Hi everyone, welcome to Colouring with Kate. Thank you for joining me today. So in this video I'm hoping to show you a little experiment really. It's just me trying to colour a background in this page now on a page in this book. So this is the newest or latest Eriy book, and I haven't coloured in it, and it's got like, I think it's like folklore of some sort of fairy tale things from, not the fairy tale, but I don't know how to explain it, but it's her latest colouring book, Eriy's latest colouring book, and you can see it's got some sort of Halloween type vibes as well. And the page I've chosen to do is this, so this is going to be my first page in this book. And yeah, I mean, what I've decided to do is an Inktense background, and then, now this paper seems alright. Now if there is bleed through, there's bleed through, because hopefully there isn't, but I'm going to try, hopefully it won't be, you know, it won't bleed through, because the paper seems quite good, it seems quite thick. This is the Japanese version, I think, so I'm hoping it doesn't bleed through, but if it does, then, you know, can't be helped. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do an Inktense background, and then I'm going to use maybe some of these Botanical stains, possibly, but I'm not going to just like put them onto the page because I know that that will definitely bleed through. So what I'll probably do is take some out into a palette like this, and then which is a bit dirty for some reason, but anyway, shows it's well used, and then sort of get a sponge maybe and sponge it on just to give it a, I don't know, a little bit of texture or something. And then I'm hoping to use some Pixie powders to add a little bit of glitter into the background just to make this look mysterious, because this, I don't know what it is, some sort of magical stone. I'm hoping to do that in green, and I want like green rays coming off or something like that. That's the idea. So I've got some Inktense pencils, and the ones I've chosen are Baked Earth, Willow, Red Oxide, Madder Brown, and Dark Chocolate. So yeah, I'm just going to basically do that. So I'll bring you in a little bit closer so you can have a better look. Now I'm going to put in the Baked Earth closer to the actual picture, so you know where we've got the magic sort of thing happening here. So yeah, the lightest colour, it's going to be sort of like a brownish wall, you see, or brownish background around the edges anyway. And then I don't know how this is going to come out. Then again, I never know how these things are going to come out, do I? And just got to hope for the best. But yeah, I am super mega busy at the moment, and I thought I would film this while I've got the chance. I mean, I do try my average, well, generally what I do is release 2 videos every week. But I might have to go down to 1 video for the next 2-3 weeks maybe. Go back to normal again, but just as long as this busy phase dies down, I guess. But if I can manage it, I'll try to manage videos. It's also not having many ideas for videos as well. I feel like I rack my brains about what to do, and I could always colour on camera, but those sort of my videos aren't very popular. So yeah, how are you guys doing? Enough of me rambling on. What are you colouring? What are you colouring during? Are you going for the seasonal images? As in Halloween? Yes, I'm just filling the bottom bit in. I guess what we'll do is put a little bit of, because all this will be like a background of brown. Now if this turns out hideous, you won't see this video. I might include it in my end of October wrap up and just show you if I never finish it, because it's just gone wrong. Just to show that not everything works out in my colouring as well. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. So, okay, maybe a little bit there. Okay, so that's, maybe I should darken this up a little bit because it doesn't seem to, it seems to be much more lighter than I want it. So that's, gosh, I got scared then. There's a little, I get scared when anything in like in the corner of my eye, if I see something moving, I'm like, could be a spider. I just have this little fright. Anyway, right, that's that. Now I'm going to start with my, let's see, should I? Yeah, I'm going to still add a little bit of this baked earth, which I've been using, just on these edges, just to show a little bit of continuation of colour from this central part. So you'll probably see this video after my book haul video, and yeah, you'll have seen the new books that I've been purchasing. But yeah, I'm really pleased with the new books of my recent new purchases. I just need some time to colour in them now. Right, so my second colour is Willow, so it's slightly darker. And I'm just popping that in here at the edges. So yeah, the new Johanna Basford book is stunningly beautiful, and I've been colouring in it. I've coloured one page in it. I do want to colour more, of course. Got a buddy colour set up as well with Amanda from Amanda Colours here on YouTube and on Instagram. Hopefully going to get a, I think I'm doing a buddy with, I don't think I've set up any other ones for November, not that I remember anyway. So I thought with this background, and the reason, let me just say, the reason I'm using Inktense is because if you fully activate the Inktense, it's not supposed to move. So once you've fully dissolved it using the water, you dissolve the pigment, it's not supposed to move then, you know, like watercolour moves and you can reactivate it. Inktense not supposed to, and that's what I want in this case, because I'm going to put other water mediums on top. So basically Botanical Stains is like a reactive dye or something. Let's have a look, what is it? It's a water-based dye ink, and also the Pixie powders are all water-based as well, so I don't really want this to be activating when, you know, the only thing I really want to move with the water is the actual thing that I'm using on top. Always have to check. Then on this side, I'm looking forward to my half-term holiday, except that I have got some other work that I need to be doing. So I'm doing some examining work, and so that will take some time. But you know, it's a bit of extra money, and need that extra money to buy things like nice colouring books, like the ones that are the Clara Markova's new one. It's called Fairy Houses. I've got my eye on that one because I think that one's right up my street pretty much, so I'm like, I probably want to get that one, so I will purchase that one. Hopefully the shipping prices won't be crazy, because if they are, I probably won't then, because I can't justify you know, shipping more than £10. I think £10–12 is just too much. More than that, £10–12 is a lot anyway, but more than that it's just ridiculous. Okay, my next colour is red oxide. So this is a slightly more, of course, as the name suggests, more reddish colour, because I thought a reddy brown colour will look quite nice. So what I'm doing is just filling out my Inktense colours really from the centre to the outside part really. I hope I can do everything on this, because I did a colouring chart. I did colouring a page in the Mystical Lands of Clinadra, and that was a fairly long video, about 48 minutes long for me, and it took so long to upload. It was ridiculous. It just took so long. It took like 18 hours to upload, and I think that was because I inserted like music clips, and then voiceovers, and of course there's the actual video itself. So yeah, I think it was nearly 5 gigabytes size file, so that was quite a lot really. So that's why it took so long. So I hope I don't have that issue with this one. I'm hoping to go to the woods for a walk in half term, you know, just nice little autumnal walk, seeing all the acorns and the conkers on the floor and the leaves, and it's just nice. Obviously got to be well wrapped up as well, because it's going to be cool, no doubt, cold, and it's quite windy as well. Mind you, that's what you expect for a wintry, an autumnal weather. Gosh, I can't believe 2022 is almost over, and I've been inspired by watching Erica's from Elm Colours, the way that she prepares her pages, you know, for the what is it, the Ruby Charms Colours Creative Companion. Hers are so nice. Mine are like just a bit rubbish really. I'll show you how rubbish they are. Like that. Like, let me just show you. I mean, mine is so rubbish. Like, there's a few stickers here, there. It's just rubbish. So, yeah, it's not great. And she's done some videos showing how she does hers, and she's so much more creative, and I am inspired. Once the new Ruby Charm books comes out, I'm going to do mine. I'm going to spend a little bit more time on mine, make it look even like better than it has done this year anyway. Okay, so that was the red oxide, and now I am going to use the Mudder Brown. And then just adding that in the edges here. Maybe if I'm on camera it might help. So yeah, I'm inspired to sort of do that for the new, well, do you know what, I'm going to start doing it from November. I'm going to make it a bit better, so then I'm already in the swing of spending a little bit more time to make it look pretty, rather than just waiting till January, because it's 2 months yet. You can see I'm just scribbling just to be a little bit quicker. This is the Mudder Brown, if I haven't already said so. And basically, once I've done this, I need to stop saying the word basically as well, because it's irritating. But anyway, once I have done this, I'm just going to activate using a water brush, and then add the other mediums on top and hope that it doesn't bleed through, because if it does, it's going to be rather sad. So I'm hoping it won't. I think Dan from Colour with Dan did do this page on camera, and I think he used, I'm just going to do this bottom bit as well with dark brown. I think he used Neil colours, if I'm not mistaken, but he did that quite a few months ago. And I was really liking how his page was turning out, so I thought, nice to do this, especially during Halloween times. Okay, right, I'm going to just save a little bit of time. I'm just going to use my dark chocolate on the edges here. Once I've done that, I'm going to come back, show you activating of the Inktense for a bit, finish that off, and then we'll use the other mediums. Okay, back again. So this is how it's looking at the moment, and so I'm going to use my Derwent push button water brush for this. Hopefully it's clean. And now I'm going to bring it in, and I'm just going to show a little bit of activating or dissolving the pigment. So especially here, you know, close by, I'm going to start off with just working from the light bit anyway, and making my way further into this bit, so fading the colour into there. Don't know why I've got these marks here, it's a bit strange, but anyway, it's not the paper, it's just, I don't know, pencil marks there for some reason. Maybe it's not fully dissolved. Don't really want to. Alright, oh, it's a little bit of a sort of a shadowing at the back, but not much. So I don't really like to go over the same bit, because if you do with the water and it's not watercolour paper, the paper just doesn't like it. So there we go, there's that. And once, like, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to put green, you know, green Inktense for this bit, for the, yeah, as a base. I think that's what I'm going to do. And then, you know, put my other mediums on top, hopefully. So yeah, got a little bit of these spots coming up, but I don't really want to go over them a bit more, just in case. If I can help it, I don't want to bleed through onto the next page. There we go. So yeah, I don't know if you can see these little like weird spot things, but anyway, just have to live with it. And then I'm going to have it, it'll be fine, it'll be fine. There we go. Just try to work fairly quickly so that I'm not on the one side of the page too long. See, I'm not getting the spots everywhere, it's just in certain places, but you know what, it adds to the spookiness of the page. The theme adds to the theme of this page, the magical nature. Well, that's what I'm telling myself anyway. Right, okay, so I'm going to carry on activating all of that, then I'm going to be back and do this green bit in the centre. Okay, so this is how the page is looking at the moment. Not too bad. I quite like it. I think it looks a bit grainy, but I think that's, you know, it's fine. I think that's to do with the paper. So now I'm going to work on this central bit here, and I thought I'd use greens, and so therefore I've chosen apple green, field green, and then a mallard green. So I don't know how this is going to turn out, but yeah, if you're seeing it, that means I was alright with it. If not, then no. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the mallard green in these central bits, like on the lines, like just, you can see I'm not really taking too much care here because I'm going to sort of dissolve it with water anyway, being Inktense. So yeah, just going over the lines with the mallard green, including these spots, or dots, should I say. There we go. I might use watercolour pencils for the remaining parts as well, but I'm not sure. I might use pencil, we'll see. I didn't check if I have any bleed through now. I don't really have any bleed through so far, so good. But I've got the big mediums to add yet, you know, the other ones, so we'll see. And then what I've got is field green. Now what we're going to do is sort of make a thick, like, lines going outwards. Gosh, I really don't know what I'm doing, honestly. I'm just making it up as I go along, which is how most of my colouring is, pretty much. So I'm just widening the lines, just, you know, like making them out so they're getting a bit wider from the bottom bit. Anyway, that's what I'm doing. And then right, I've got the lightest green, which is apple green. I'm just thinking add that to the ends, but not all the way to the end, just near to the top like that, but not all the way to the end for all the lines that are coming out. I don't really plan my colouring, you know, even before I show it on video. I don't really plan it particularly. I just sort of do it. That's just because I'm so strapped for time. Yeah, it was mallard green here, wasn't it? Alright. Again, going over these bits. Alright, now let's go and sort of add the water. Now I need a bit of a background with this, so I'm just going to spread the colour, go from the centre and then just spread it out so that it's, you know, lighter in between. That's the idea anyway. Really hope that's not gone through to the other side, but if it has, it has. There's nothing I can do about it. I'll be a bit sad if I get over it. Oh, it's alright so far. Cool. Right. Do the same, the darkest pigments in the centre, and then just fade it out a little bit. This paper doesn't seem to like, you know, like the paper that we get with what's it called, the, you know, the Kirby books, and the, which I haven't actually coloured in the Kirby book for absolutely ages, but the Circle of Life books, that paper handles the water really well, but this one isn't so good, I'm afraid. I've noticed that with Japanese books, their paper doesn't seem to like water, which is annoying because, you know, you can't really have fun with water mediums as much. There we go. Now it looks a bit messy, but I think that adds to it actually. I think it's quite fair enough. Shows there's some sort of magical things going on here. Right, I'm going to add a little bit of the apple green here, just in between as well, just to, you know, give it a bit more colour. So yeah, that's what we're going to do, and then I'm just going to sort of go over it, activate it, and really it's really concentrated at the bottom there. So what I'm going to do is use my Inktense to use the, what is it called, mallard green again, around here, followed by the shield green, and then the light green actually, because that's like the source of the green, weird green light. So I need to actually darken it up. Like that. There we go. Yeah, that's alright. No bleed through. A little bit of buckling of the page, but nothing severe there. So yeah, need a bit of flow here, so I'm just going to push this button. Push the button. And then, right, there we go. That's it. I think that is pretty much looking okay-ish. And I'm just going to let that dry now. I think I'm going to let that dry, and then I'll come back and use the other mediums. Okay, see you in a bit. So this is where we're at. I don't know, it does look a bit messy there, but I'm just going to carry on because it's just a bit of an experiment, fun page. That could be neater, I guess, but let's see where we get to. So now I'm going to put on my other mediums. So I've got this Botanical stains, and this one's called Carrot Top Green. So what I'm doing is I'm just going to put a little drop. I already put a little drop and tried it out on some scrap paper. Put a little bit of drop there, and then I've put some on this little sponge, and then I'm just gonna sort of dab it in places just to give it a little bit of a texture and a little bit of a weird look. you know, I really hope that's not gone through. It hasn't, but it's just a little bit of shadowing on the other side, which isn't too bad. We can live with that. Right, so I'm just gonna add it a little bit. I think that's all right. Looks a bit, you know, weird, but that's the look I'm going for. Okay, so that's that, and that's sort of making it look strange. And then what I'm going to do is I think that's fairly dry, but I might need to dry it again. And then I'm going to use now, just got this tissue to clean up my little tray here. What I have is this Boulevard Lights Pixie powder. Now the way you normally use this is you can spray water on your page and then sprinkle this on top. Now unfortunately that's going to really stress this paper out, because this paper isn't like, it's not, in my opinion, it's not as great for watercolour. You can use it, and I have used of course I've used Inktense on it, and I've used some other stuff on it, but it doesn't strike me as paper that's as good as, say, the one in Circle of Life or in the Kirby books to use water. It's just like a little bit of the, I don't know, the paper is not great. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dry this page again, and then I'm going to show you how I'm going to try to apply this to just give it a bit of a sparkle. So I'll be back in a sec. Okay, so the way I'm going to use this Pixie powder is I'm just going to, whoops, maybe sprinkle a little bit on here. You can see it looks nice and gold there. Try not to breathe it in. It's not particularly good for our lungs, I guess. And then I'm going to get a bit of water. Just bear with me, I'm just sorting stuff out here. So I've got a little bit of a pipette here, and I'm going to just add a little bit of water. Like I said, this is an experiment. It's not me sort of already knowing how to use this quite confidently, but I'm just doing it on camera, which is quite brave of me actually. What brush shall I use? I use this white one actually. So, and then what I'm going to do, so that's basically what it looks like, this sort of weird stuff. And then I'm going to go over the lines just to give it, I mean, it's going to give it a different effect, hopefully. I still want to use these mediums, it's just that I can't use them as much as, say, like in an art journal. The paper's good enough to handle this sort of thing with a lot of water, but not in our colouring books. It's not so. And oh, maybe I should bring you in a little bit so you can see a bit better. Sorry about that. So yeah, that's all I'm doing. Should add a glittery colour as well. So yeah, this is not the actual way to use these Pixie powders, but like I said, this paper cannot handle much water, so I don't think I'll be spraying water on top of it, because I mean, even this might have made a little bit of a bleed through, but on the side of the pages. It's alright, it's not really done too much damage there, but you can see I think that looks quite good actually. I think it's quite sparkly. Go over this again. So I'm just getting a lot. Let's see if I can get more of this gold glitter on the pigment there, on my brush, sorry. I hope my big head isn't in the way. Right, now I am going to let this dry and then come back and show you what it looks like. Maybe have a little bit of gold coming off this. I don't know what I'm going to do with this stone, but I'll have to think about it. There we go. I think that's it really. I'll dry it and then I'll come back and I shall show you. Okay, so this is what the page looks like now, and yeah, I think it's okay. However, I think there's room for more shiny stuff because you know what I'm like. So I think I'm going to finish this background off with adding a little bit of these, what they're called, Cosmic Shimmer Opal Blaze Polish. Now these are really nice. I've got the Sunset Orange and the Gilded Avocado. So it comes in a little bottle like this. I got these quite a while ago and I do use them on occasion. So I've got this little silicone thing applicator, and what I'm going to do is I'm just gonna put it. This page is mainly just a fun page. I'm just going to put it in like spots, different places, just to add a bit more shine. You'll see when I hold it up what it looks like. But you know, I'm just having fun using different mediums, to be honest. Spread it out a bit. Just to show, I don't know, make it look a bit more like magical. I could use my fingers, but I'm not on this occasion. Usually I do. I probably will use my fingers in a second for the next bit of medium that I'm actually going to show on it. So we can add little dots here. So that's what I'm going to use. Just little, I think little dots just to show some, I don't know, some parts of these light rays coming off, give it a bit more sparkle, because you can never have too much sparkle. Gosh, I would have never thought when I was younger, and I used to like colouring then as well, that I'd be doing this when I was very much older. I never thought that this would be what I'd be doing and having so much fun with this sort of stuff, but I'm very grateful for it, most certainly. Right, okay, so let's have a look. Just put the lid on this again properly, so I like to put things away, otherwise I forget. I like to clear up as I go along. Just a bit like that. Right, so I'm just going to wipe this silicone brush off a little bit, wet it and then lighten it up. Right, okay, so basically that's what it looks like. Can you see the little bit of the sort of a bit of the shine of the green it's called Cosmic Shimmer Opal Blaze Polish, and it does come in different colours. I've used the green there, and I might even use, just to give a little bit of contrast, a bit of the sunset orange. So I'm just going to dab it on as usual. Just going to, oops, not too much there, just add a bit more just to give it a bit of I don't know, a bit of contrast to the green. And orange is quite a Halloweeny colour. Just a bit of my finger there, just couldn't help it. And hopefully you'll be able to see that. But like I said, I didn't make plans to use this, but I just colour as I go along, really, which is hopefully you're getting to see that. So I don't know if you can see the little bit of orange there. Can you see? There's a little bit of orange, and I'm just sort of adding it where I can, really. There we go. So a little bit of orange just to add a bit of something else, I guess. And then now I want to add a bit of this Stickles glitter gel. I cannot read what it is, what the name of it is there, because it's in black. It's very difficult to read, but it's basically the gold one. And this one I do apply with my fingers. So I'm just going to take my finger and, come on, let me get in there, because it's a gel, it's sort of, I think I got a bit too much on there. And then I'm just going to apply that just to go with the gold of the green. I find that the glitter gel is best applied with your finger. Can you see there? I think that goes with the central bit, rather than just leaving my background as it is. Now, just because it's Halloween doesn't mean we can't have, oops, I'm off the camera. I need to be very careful because I don't have a lot of room here where I colour. I've got stuff all over the place. So yeah, that's all I'm going to do. Just, whoops, not get it on the side of the page, hopefully. There. Made this a very very shiny page so far, but yeah, that's pretty much what I'm going to do. Just apply this. I hope this video isn't too long, you know, because it'll have problems uploading, but right, I hope I'm on camera, hope you can see. Right, this is looking okay. I'm just going to finish off adding this Stickles glitter gel around the edges, and then I'll show you what it looks like at the end. Okay, so that's my completed background page. It's more sparkly than I thought it was going to be, definitely, but yeah, so you can see there I have used Inktense pencils, the Botanical stains for these like weathered bits, I guess. Then I used the Pixie powders for these rays with the gold bit coming out, so that was called Boulevard Lights. And then I used the Stickles glitter gel around the edges, and I also used the Opal Blaze polish for these sort of dabbed bits, the bits that I sort of little green, shiny and orange parts that you can see. And that's it really, that's my background. So I hope that was useful, and yeah, I'm gonna try to finish this page for October, and hopefully you'll see it at the end of the October pages video. Okay, so until next time, happy colouring, take care, bye. Okay, so that wasn't bye for a very long time, but basically I think think I need to add a little bit more green around these areas because there should be a little bit of a faded glow. So what I thought, gosh, you can't get rid of me that easily, can you? I'm not here for a lot longer. But anyway, this Craft Artist Mica Magic, this is the Winter Jewel set. I thought I'd use a little bit of this green Mica Magic powder to just put in here. We'll just see what happens. I mean, it might not even work very well, but we'll see. So yeah, this, what I'm trying to do is to make it look so that, you know, some of this, just blowing the powder off. And then, do you know what the other thing is? Once I've coloured these books and things, what I could do is put this powder like on top to show that the green glow is on there as well, you know, on the bits that are round. So yeah, I don't know, it looked like it was like a separate thing, and I wanted to show that the green glow is around. But anyway, I don't know if it's still going to work, because it might not. But I am just somebody who's just a complete novice, just working to try to make the best pictures that I can make. So hopefully this will make it look a little bit better than it was, a little bit more like a glow thing. A little bit here, that's it. And anyway, I've had fun, I've really had fun doing this page. It's been quite fun doing this background because I've used my different mediums, you know, and it's always nice to use the stuff that you've got. You get your money's worth then, and it's not just in your cupboards or on your shelf doing nothing. So I'm quite happy with that. I think that looks better. I don't know what you think. I think that looks better than it did before, because before it just looked a little bit like the green glow stops there and then it has no impact on anything else. I mean, there's obviously better ways of doing this, but I haven't taken the time to think about it too long, and I've just thought, yeah, maybe this will. So this is my process really. I just take things, and you know, as I go along, things just come to me and I just decide. I don't really plan out. Otherwise I haven't usually got the time to plan out too much. But yeah, this is much better. I like this better now. Yeah, it's definitely happier with that now. I think it looks better than before. You may disagree, but I think it looks, I think it's an improvement. Let's put it that way. Right then, that's it, there we go. So that is yeah, that is what my background looks like now. So I'll try for the second time to say goodbye, but I hope you can see all the shiny and glittery bits. I've made it much more shiny and glittery than I originally thought I would, but I think that green glow is better now with that on top. So yeah, okay, hope you enjoyed this video. Until next time, take care guys, happy colouring, bye.